and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
On the ground, here's the 4th-round pick from April's draft. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. And this guy can be everywhere. Kyle Hamilton getting there to drop it for a loss. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Looking to throw is Williams. Now a run here off the up. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
He'll fire deep, looking for more. And it's caught inside the 30. And they're going to have this in a great spot way down in Baltimore territory. A huge play there for Chicago. 58 yards.
A gain of 58 yards. First down, Bears.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Here's Williams. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Trenton Simpson. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. So just a tremendous play there defensively on his opening drive. Not just to make the interception, but to take it all the way home.
And it felt like this was a defense that was on its heels a bit to start this thing off.
Yeah, they pretty much let the other guys march right down the field until that moment.
Yeah, key play there, turned it all around. Big moment.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Well, remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. To the air, Williams. And that's out to the flat for Swift. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
That's a good bounce-back play right there after taking a sack on 1st down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
They need 2. Here's 3rd down. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And he gets this one across midfield for the 1st down to the 46. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down. I mean, look at this Baltimore defense. Into this game, they're ranked number 22 in the NFL against the pass, Charles.
When they lack in pass defense, they do make up for in run defense. They're a top 10 unit against the people trying to move the ball on the ground. But this is a passing league. So there's the conundrum for them. How do they get...
And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. That is a big fella, Nnamdi Madubuike, forcing his way in. He comes up with a sack. Now 3rd down and very long. To throw, Williams. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And the Ravens are in great shape here as they take over at the 46-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
After the interception, here's Jackson. That's caught left side by Neighbors. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 19 yards there on the catch and run. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
But that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
And Walker has it. And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. 2nd quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Forward.
Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Malik Neighbors with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Ravens have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. The extra point up and good. And it's now 14-0. Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. A huge play there for Chicago. 42 yards.
42 yards on the play. First down, Chicago.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set him back for 2nd down. Throwing is Williams. Quick hitter here, it's complete. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. To throw, it's Williams. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
And the Bears' first First down.
They'll run with the Rutgers man, Kyle Monangai. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Bashal Tutin. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Bears have got it back to within a score. Cairo Santos on to try the extra point. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And this is caught out in the left flat. And he's across for 2 points. Boy, a gutsy call right there, but the fake works. And they get the 2 instead of 1.
All right, partner, one more time. Our whole lives, you put the ball on the 3-yard line, kick the extra point. 2015, they put it on the 15 to kick the extra point. 2016, they said, we're leaving it there. So if you want to fake it, that's a long way to go. And they got it done.
I was going to say, they had a 15-yard play in their back pocket.
You don't see that on too many play sheets, do you?
No. And they're going to have terrific field position as they finally get to him, but just shy of the midfield stripe.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. The last time I look and repeat that, Charles' defense, they were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
It's a loss of 1. Brings up 3rd.
Jackson. Pass taken in by his big tight end. Look at the big man rumble. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, 44 yards. And the Ravens are able to extend their lead. Jackson here is going to look to throw. And he's going to be taken down. It's a sack. And they fail on the try for 2.
Ravens 20. Bears 8. Tyler Loop to kick off for Baltimore.
Now after the touchdown, Loop back out to kick this one away. That's going to be taken at the goal line, and he'll return it. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've gotten pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
Second and 11 now. Back to throw. Williams. That's complete to DeAndre Swift out of the backfield. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
It's a gain of 25 yards. First down, Bears.
They'll fake the give. Now Williams. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. They'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on first down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
He'll try to do it himself. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick.
Partner, have you ever heard the story of Icarus in mythology? That's the guy who flew too close to the sun and had his wings melted. That was our guy right there. Keeps pressing it and pressing it. Finally, on that throw, he paid the price with that turnover.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Over the middle, complete. That's Walker. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Jackson now. Going up top. And this is caught inside the 5. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Malik Neighbors, his second touchdown of the game, 17th on the year. And the Ravens will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Point after, right down the middle. And that will make this a 19-point game.
Tyler Loop to kick off for Baltimore.
Now after the touchdown, Loop back out to kick this one away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is dwindling. 3-score deficit waiting for them at halftime unless they can get something on the board here before intermission.
Trying to get something positive to happen here before the break, and they sure need it. They went for the big one, but it winds up incomplete.
Now it's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, a throw for Williams. He's going to let it go again. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, they had that one snipped out defensively. That's a tough one to connect on when you got multiple defenders in the area, and it winds up incomplete.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Working out of the gun, Williams. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop him with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Now the offense failed earlier on the previous crack at this, but they're going again on 4th down. They'll go. Here's Williams. Looking deep downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
They go play action now. Jackson. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And this one is right through. And that will do it for this first half. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports.
Cairo Santos to kick off for Chicago.
The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
180. Good.
Play action. Now Jackson.
And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. But Charles, something we talked about last week, when you start believing whether you're in the midst of a special season or not. Well, now they're at 6-0. Are you still trying to tamp down the expectations in that locker room?
Well, to me, it's less about tamping down expectations and much more about not getting ahead of yourself as a team. And look, they've got to play each game individually, right? Many teams talk about being 1-0 at the end of each and every game each week. To me, you got to understand you cannot win the Super Bowl in October.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give them 17 on that pickup.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
Jackson. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
That's complete. It's Neighbors.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 23 yards on the play. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Now it's Jackson.
He'll try and do this himself.
So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down.
Tyler Luke now to try the field goal.
This a 27-yard attempt here. And his kick is good.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Williams now throwing to start the drive. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this one is incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
We're in Baltimore. Third quarter action, 2nd and 10. From the gun, here's Williams. That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
That's good for the Bears. First down. First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Back to throw now on first down. Right back to Duvernay. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His second catch in a row, first down. Well, the margin on that scoreboard, obviously for them, it looks daunting. But I don't know, Charles. They're probably not focused on that right now. Maybe just chaining together a positive drive with plays like we just saw, giving themselves something to build on.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. And what they have to be careful of is getting glued to that scoreboard, trying to do too much. Because if you do that, you're all but guaranteed to start making mistakes. Just focus on one play at a time and make each one successful.
23 yards, the final tally.
It's a gain of 23 yards. First down, Chicago.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And this is going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That very nearly their 4th pick of the game. Instead, second down.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
2nd and 10. Looking to throw is Williams. He'll get this off to Swift. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. To throw once more, here's Williams. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
On 4th down, here's Williams. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Colston Loveland from 17 yards out. And the Bears take the chance on 4th and goal, and it pays off with 6. Now the Bears keeping the offense on the field and going for 2. Williams going to throw for it. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further.
16.
I guess the last score wasn't enough for them. They want more. Here comes an onside kick. And this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in onside kick situations.
You're all about the numbers, aren't
All
you?
about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down. I really enjoy watching Lamar Jackson run those RPOs, Charles, but I'll tell you what, it's tough calling play-by-play because you don't know whether he handed it off or kept it.
Makes you focus, doesn't it? You've got to try and stay with it, and even when we do, we all...
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Ravens are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. They'll look to throw. And unable to connect. They don't get the two-point conversion here.
That keeps the score. Ravens 39. Bears 16.
Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away.
And he'll get to the 30-yard line before going out of bounds.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right.
Williams loses the football, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And this is going to be brought back for a Baltimore touchdown. It gives some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice you're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
Extra point splits the uprights. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Tyler Luke to kick off for Baltimore.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And their 4-game win streak very much in jeopardy as they go to work here late with a 1st and 10. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's 2nd down.
He has just been completely taken out of this game. We're in the 4th quarter. He's single digits in the rushing department.
And I know we look at him because the numbers do go to his production, but how about the guys blocking for him? They don't just have his number as a ball carrier. They've got the number of the offensive line and the other guys because they're getting to him before he can get started.
3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
Here's Williams. That pass complete to Moore.
No gain on the play. And it'll be 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive.
He'll try to do it himself.
And he gives himself up, but not before he gets the conversion. But no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. To the right side, and he's got more complete. 2 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 37.
Throwing is Williams. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it.
And he'll go right back to Moore. Complete again. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
It's a gain of 17 yards.
And the tight end goes in motion left.
To throw, Williams. Now he'll tuck this and run.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
To throw, it's Williams. Now he's going to step up and run. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
It's been a nice day for him as a passer and as a runner. One of the few mistakes he's made in this ball game. The wrong choice on that one. That one goes incomplete.
Williams from the gun on third down.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out.
He'll try to do it himself. And the Bears are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
It hasn't been the cleanest game for him, but there was a sign of improvement as he looks towards the next one. Nice bit of scrambling to move the sticks, and even more importantly, he didn't risk adding another interception to his ledger.
And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big.
He's got them out now to a 3-score lead here in the fourth quarter after that one, CD. And, well, he looked right off the line like he knew that that ball was coming his way, and he secured it for 6 points.
Yeah, and I think when you're leading by a healthy margin already, it actually loosens you up and allows you to take maybe a few more chances and definitely play with more confidence, because he certainly saw something he could exploit in the defense, and he made sure to let his quarterback know, just get it to me. And the rest was all up to him, and he delivered and made it a 3-score game.
And this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens. The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things. Now they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this fourth quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the fourth quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy, because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out, because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. The Ravens send their punter out now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the fourth quarter. This is away, and a very good kick angled for the sidelines.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD, but unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
To the air, Williams. And he comes back with one complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Looks like they're going to keep throwing to the bitter end. This one's long since over, but give them credit. They're going to go down fighting. That one, incomplete.
Back to throw again.
Open man is Duvernay.
And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
They'll look to throw again.
He's got his running back out of the backfield.
And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 30. Forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play.
Williams going to look to throw again.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
And the Ravens force the turnover, and they'll take over at the 10.
Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain, so you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
Now a 2nd and 6.
180.
Another run to Mitchell.
And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. That's going to be a 6-yard gain. It leaves him with 3rd down and just a yard to go.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but, boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Ravens, their winning ways continue as they get it up to 7-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Miami Dolphins. Meanwhile, for the Bears, the loss drops them back to 4-3 so far. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in Cincinnati against the Bengals. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.